Happy Friday, everybody. I'm walking through the facility here today, and we've got a lot of stuff happening, so this one might be a little quick, but yeah. So we're gonna start in the education wing and then go on out. There's most of the changes that you'll see are in the kitchen area and in the sanctuary, but we'll walk through each of the spaces so we can see the things that are happening each week. I'll turn you around here. Hey, Jamie. Okay, so we're in the orange room again. This one is the largest space. We're gonna get interior signage in here pretty soon, so I actually have real names for all these rooms rather than saying certain names, so stay posted for those. We've got the drop ceiling framework in here. They'll start putting the edges in next week, and then they have to have an above roof inspection and stuff like that. That'll happen as we go along. But you can see little bits and pieces of vents and stuff going in, and there's a lot more above the ceilings this week. You can see the beginnings of cables being pulled for the electrical stuff through the conduits and boxes. So there's a lot of guys going around working on that kind of stuff poking through the wall. So most of the door frames are in all the areas of the education wing. And here's the storage room for the teachers and staff for the education area. Here's that goldenrod room, and yeah, got boxes and cable being pulled for stuff in all of these rooms on this side. Real quick, to take a peek. The first couple of toilets in the new facility. So this is the family bathroom, and you can see they've got the tile in here as well, finished up in the baseboard tile finish, and it's got the transition pieces. Yeah, it looks really cool. And yeah, some low toilets for this part because this is the area that we wanted the kids to be able to use in the secure area and not have to leave the secure area to use the bathroom. Here you can see the space for the drinking fountains. Not a lot has changed in this room this week. We have a couple wires coming in and some boxes, but this is the multi-purpose space. And you can hear the change. So if I'm in the areas with the drop ceiling and the classrooms with the drop ceilings, but when I come into this room that's wide open and has the go all the way up to the roof structure, you can hear the difference of the echo of the acoustics in here. It won't be quite this live when we get everything finished in here. But it will be there will be some nice resonance in this room for when the choir's doing their rehearsals and stuff in here. So that'll be awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna walk over, go back this way, get out of the way of the guy's lift. Got these areas back here for storage. Yes, you can see, here's the mop sink and area that will be open for teachers and people to be able to wash some stuff up. Yeah, this will be perfect, and it's got this nice, I forget what the term is, but it's a paneling that goes up, really easy to clean, goes all the way up. I think that's about 9 or 10 feet up. So yeah, this room's starting to get finished up. They're starting to put in some of the plumbing supplies and stuff in these different areas. You can see on this other one, the family bathroom on this side, we're getting some porcelain in this room, and got the drop ceiling track in here. We've got a lot of stuff going on in this area. We'll walk back to the nursery, see what it looks like in here. And I love this room. They've got these east-facing windows. It's just going to be so bright and so nice in this room for kids. And we've got this half wall that'll have some storage along here for toys and stuff on each side of the wall, and gliding chairs and stuff like that to rock our babes. And yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a great space. Come back into a couple of these other rooms. This one's a nice kind of not quite cyan, but it's a paler blue. It's hard to tell on these phone cameras. And then coming into this next one, this one's a little bit more of a periwinkle purple. And we're facing south in this room. So there's almost all the classrooms have windows in them to get natural light, but there's a couple on each side. This one is one of them, and then there's one mirrored on the other side that don't have windows in them. So they'll be more enclosed. But you can see we've got the door frames in that will separate the secure area. So when you walk into the building, you'll come in. Parents will come in, be able to check in their kids at this counter here, and you can see all the outlets and stuff underneath this counter, and they'll be dropped down so that all the wires and stuff that can go right up onto the counter. So we'll have our check-in stations here, and there'll be glass into the office area. And then you'll walk around right here, and you'll show your tickets to our security team, and enter the secure area, and you get your kids to the classes, and you won't be able. And so basically, the only people that come in are those that are checked in. So we have record of all of it, and then you'll hand in your pickup tags, parents, when you're leaving the secure area with your kids. But again, right here on the wall, you can see outlets for where there's going to be a TV for our digital signage. This will tell what's happening in this portion of the building. So we're going to walk into the narthex fellowship area. And you can see this soffit is more in the stages of completion, and it'll wrap all the way across there. We're going to step into the kitchen actually, because there's a few things going on here. Just to remind you, the bathroom is right here. The men's bathroom, I believe, is on this side. Then drinking fountain right here, and then this spot right here, covered up by the plywood. This is the coffee bar area, and then we come right in, and here's where the kitchen's at. And you can see they've got the same paneling up to make it really easy to clean. And you can start to see the plumbing and electrical coming into this room. And you can see the big hood getting put up into place. There's going to be a lot of the looks of the way this room will look is going to be a lot of this paneling and a lot of stainless steel. So it'll be a nice clean look in this room. You can see the door frames for these different areas. Going to be a wash up area, and you can see the mop sink there's a mop sink in here as well. And then a little fire extinguisher cabinet. Right here you can see this is going to be one of the sink stations in the room, I believe. That's going to be kind of separated out. It'll have a nice stainless steel top on it, and basically you'll be able to take dishes from this pass-through window, come all the way, so run past this area, and you'll have clean dishes at the end. So everything's all in one pass, and then your main sink and stuff will be right here. So it'll be really efficient use of space. And there's a big old electrical panel in here. But this is also going to be where we'll have like pantry items and stuff like that in this room. And right here, you can see where the laundry, there's going to be a stackable laundry unit right here to be able to watch. Hey, Alex, be able to wash the towels and things like that. So, yeah, nice big counter, and they'll have a drop-down window here. And then we're coming out into the fellowship area again. I always like to peek in the mechanical room. Hey, Melissa. I would like to peek into the mechanical room because this is just like, I mean, if you don't think the inner workings of a building are complex, just look in here. There's even more panels coming in here all the time. They're starting to put water into the piping and running water through everything so that they know everything is sealed up tight and everything's working the way it's supposed to. And then you'll see in here, this is going to be the women's bathroom. And yeah, so lots of things coming in the next couple of weeks in these spaces as we begin to start seeing some of the finishing work start to happen. The education wing is the most complete, and then they're working their way out from that. So you can see the framing up of these posts, but you just get a scale of how big this fellowship space is now, because you can see the wall going up on the sanctuary side of things. And the door frames are pretty much all here, so we'll start seeing the outer doors getting framed up here in the next couple of weeks. And yeah, stuff is moving real fast. I think when I was looking at the calendar, we were looking at almost 10 weeks away from being in this place. So a lot of stuff yet to happen, but they're moving fast. Let's take a walk over. We'll take a look through some of the sanctuary spaces, because a lot of this has gotten framed up and sheetrocked even just in the last week. We'll start over on this side, and I'll work my way through this little room. So, sorry, I'll come back through. So this is coming from the fellowship area. There'll be a solid wood door right here. They'll go into the sanctuary at this part. There'll be an aisle between the seating chairs right here. And then an alternate way to come in, you could go all the way to this end and then take a left, and that'll take you all the way up to the stage or into the sanctuary. A little cubby area here for some storage for potentially things for ushers and stuff like that. This is one of the most interesting rooms. I'm going to turn my flash on so you can kind of see. There was originally on the plan, this was going to be a dead space, but we chose to actually use this room. Well, it was going to be dead space because of this structural X bracing that had to go in here. But we chose to put a door into it so that we could gain some storage area. You know, it's going to be some rough storage because you've got structure coming into this area, but better to use it than to lose it, I think. So we'll have a little door coming into this area. And then right here, I've talked about, hope you can see this, okay? Right in here is one of the family bathrooms that will be just off, so obviously just off the back of the sanctuary, so you don't have to run across the building to use the bathroom if you need to in the service. And all of these rooms go straight up. Nice tall ceilings all the way through pretty much this whole building. Yeah, so this will be a nice space, and these restrooms are ADA compliant, so you'll be able to use these area. And then coming into the sanctuary, you can see, so this is coming in from the back corner. A lot of stuff happening in here. A lot of stuff going on this week. And I'll show you this. I think you can see it pretty well. But here's the curved wall that goes all the way around the sanctuary. It gives us it's a really cool look. The curve is not, super drastic, but spread out over as wide as this room is. It looks really cool. And they have these, so these wedge-shaped rooms are going to be primarily for storage, and both have access doors on the floor of the sanctuary here. And then coming over across, you can see the stage. They've got those patches on the wall going in, but a lot of sheetrock and framing work to do. Actually, you can see here, this little box up here. This is one of the potential locations. We have six locations for remote control cameras. I was talking about that at the tech ministry this Sunday, but this is going to be one of the potential locations for our remote control cameras to be able to take many views of what's going on in the service. So if anybody streaming our services online or watching the recordings of the sermons, it gives our tech ministry volunteers a lot of different angles to be able to use to kind of capture what's going on. I'm going to walk back through this area and go to the other side of the sanctuary and come around to this other side here. You can see just inside these rooms.
I can jump right now and watch the finish. We put a piece of 93 in.
So all the sheetrocking is pretty much done for these couple of rooms. Got to be mudded and taped, but this is going to be a big storage area. And this is our clean storage. It's a nice big room, be lit and by the lighting and stuff, and you can see the sprinkler pipes coming down. And then I'm just going to be able to poke my head in right here. The nursing room for nursing mother. Have a TV monitoring what's going on in the sanctuary. And then we'll come through. You can see the entry doors to the sanctuary starting to take place, take shape. So there's 2 frames here that'll have solid wood doors coming into the sanctuary. So nice big hallway. That blue lift just came through here when we came out here for the production meeting, and it's a big doorway, so these big lifts can even get through, so a lot of space for people to get into the sanctuary. We'll come into this other side. Hasn't been insulated or sheetrocked yet, but you'll be able to see kind of what's going on. Have another little cubby area on this side for some storage. Then on this side with the X-brace areas, you can see we actually sectioned this off so that there'd be another little janitor's closet right here for storage of cleaning supplies and stuff. Oh, I was just talking to John and Kelsey about this. But this is actually going to be all walled up, kind of a little dead space right here. This would be a great place for like a little time capsule or something. Kind of fun. And then this is going to be the walled up area for the other family bathroom. So they'll probably have this all done here in the next few days. All sheetrock. These guys move fast. They're doing great. Coming into the sanctuary on this side, we'll kind of peek our head in to one of these wedge rooms so you can see what it looks like. They've got light running in here now. So you can kind of see what's going on in this area. They've got this all getting mudded and taped, but these rooms are a lot bigger than what they look like from the outside because the sanctuary is just so big. So we'll be able to store some chairs, and there's going to be a couple of technology racks and stuff here for making the sanctuary run back in this area. But there's going to be very, very great place to store stuff right off the sanctuary. Got one last thing kind of want to show you guys. You may not be able to walk up. Well, I think I might be able to squeeze up there today. Here's the the AV control area is gotten framed up, and they've got a plywood decking on it, so you can kind of see what it feels like to be up here. Let's see if we can squeeze up here. Yeah. Okay. So here you can see what the front control deck of the AV area. This is for our technology ministry. Will be here. There will be a counter running all along this raised portion of the wall here, and this is where we're going to have our soundboard and our lighting control station, the station that'll control environmental projection, and yeah, the main soundboard will be right here. And then right around here is where the main camera will be on a post to the manned camera to pick up the main movement of what's going on the stage. So it's kind of, even this part right here is bigger, far bigger than our current space that we have up in the balcony. But we also have this area back here. So there'll be a door that'll come back into a closed video production room. And you can kind of see the size of this space. There's going to be a counter on that end wall with multiple TV monitors on this screen with different camera views of what's happening in the sanctuary, so that the people running our graphics and controlling what camera feeds we're sending to our live stream, and the person controlling the remote control video cameras will also be back in this space and be able to see everything that they're doing on monitors on this wall here. There will also be another counter that'll come out right about here that they'll be able to be seated at for other workstations. And our digital signage will be controlled from this back area as well. Then there will be another, so you can see kind of right where this outlet box is, there'll be another wraparound counter all the way around here. Gives us a lot of workspace. And back in this spot will be where our video broadcast sound will be. So the person controlling the broadcast sound will sit right here on another mixing board, just like the one out there. But the person here will be mixing the sound that goes to our recording and goes to the other areas of the building. So this is a huge advantage for us, and we're actually going to be able to fit the amount of people that we need to do this part of the worship ministry. So it's really exciting, and this is the first time we've actually been able to kind of get up here and start to see what it'll look like. It'll take even more shape once they've got stuff sheetrocked and put stuff up on the walls. So yeah, really cool. I'm gonna have to sneak down this way. But yeah, every time you come into this sanctuary, it still just blows my mind. And just really feel blessed about what God is doing in our church. So thank you all for everything you do for Marion Methodist, and we're excited to be here. It's just weeks away now. It's kind of crazy to think about, but stuff will continue to take shape over the next few weeks, and we'll make another one of these next Friday. Thanks so much. See ya.